the truth.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the No Limit podcast. I am very excited to have my boy Parce Savage here with us today. How you doing, Parce?
I'm good, bro. And you?
I'm doing great, dude. First off, just thank you for being here. I know we've gone back and forth in the DMs. People have been asking me, get Parce on, get Parce on. So, guys, we have here. He is here. Thank you for being here, bro. I got a lot of questions to ask you, and I'm just genuinely curious about your come up, how you started trading, all that. But first off, let's get a little introduction on just who you are, how old you are, and where you're from.
Well, I'm Colombian. I've been here in the US for, bro, I don't know, like 10 years, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, Colombia. Right now, I'm 22.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I look older, but yeah.
Killing at a young age.
Yeah, I know. I started trading when I was 19.
19, okay.
Yeah,
And
I was pretty.
where do you live at?
I live in Miami right now, but I came from Orlando.
Okay, cool. And then how did you get introduced to trading in Orlando?
So I had like a group of friends, and they all know like I like money, you know? So like they started fucking with they were doing like Robinhood, this and that, but you actually like if you have $100, you're not gonna make much money from there, you know?
Yeah.
So I started like we started there, and then they discovered Forex, and then one of my boys, he showed me one day he put he put like $1,000, and I think he full margin because he made $800 in profit, like so now he had 1,800,
Mm-hmm.
but he made 800 a day. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like I'm working 5 days a week, like 60 hours, and I'm just getting a $400 paycheck.
Yeah.
And he made $800 in a trade. I'm like, that's insane. So he was like, nah, bro, just I'm doing Forex. I started doing this like 6 months ago, but I didn't want to tell you anything because I didn't know shit. I'm like, okay. But then I'm like, okay, how can I get involved? This and that. He's like, bro, just follow these people. So he's like, give me your phone, go to Instagram. Started following them with Raul, Parce Savage, Cubans, all the Miami traders.
Yeah.
And then he's like, download MT4 and go to what's it called? The website, Baby Pips.
Yeah.
Like
80 pips.
yeah, he just goes there and just like you're gonna find a lot of information, but I hate reading.
Yeah.
So like, nah, that didn't work out. So I started just going to YouTube. I put $100 on my account, and then I started joining like all these people free telegrams. They send like free signals, and then somehow they all hit. Like all the trades they said, they hit. So I flipped my $100 account to like $80 in profit. So I have like 180.
Yeah.
So I woke up and I'm making $80 without knowing shit. So I'm like, yo, is this fucking easy? And then that's how like it attracts me, you know, because I started off winning.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I just made $80 before going to work. Like the next 24 hours, I found out about Forex.
Yeah.
I made $80. I'm like, this is insane.
That's
And
crazy.
then yeah, I just went to work and I kept trading like all day. I think it all happened to us. Like, oh, maybe more trades, more money, you know? And then I blew that account the same day. Because I was working in the airport, like, so I get tips and shit. So I made like $150 in tip. I deposit that and put it in a broker. And then I started again. And then I blew the next day all my money. Bro, I was doing that for at least 3 months. Every day I would deposit $100. Like because I didn't have bills, bro. Like I was paying rent, that was like $400. And then my phone was like $80. So it's like not much. So all the tip I made, I'll just deposit it into the broker and just blow that on the daily. But it was fun. It's like gambling, you know?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll make money and then I'll lose it, make money, lose it. But
Yeah.
it kept the game. So then I lost so much money. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Then I see like Daniel Savage, he just made like $20,000 in a trade. And then he won and bought like a Rolex. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So then I'm like, okay, let me look into their courses. And then I think we all go through it. We start buying like every single person's course. Oh, this didn't work out. Like my problem was that like, let's say I'll buy Daniel's course, do it for 2 weeks, try to make money. Oh, I didn't make money. I blew my account. Let me buy Lamborghini's course. Blew my account. Let me buy Cuban's course. Blew my account. Buy this guy's course. But I think that's the biggest mistake we all do.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
because
yeah.
we haven't like mastered a strategy. We're just like jumping around people, and then they all have different psychologies. They all have different strategies. So it's like then I'm here trying to combine all these people's strategies into one.
Yeah. And it's just
Bro, I
blowing your
have like
mind.
10 indicators, this, that, and the other, bro. She was looking like, wow, like, what's going on?
Yeah. No, most definitely. That's great advice is just not to jump around. And that is something that like so many of us do just off the bat is just try and learn from so many people. So that is great advice to kind of just,
You
focus on
know?
one person, one strategy and kind of see how that goes. So after all the accounts and stuff that you were blowing, what was it that like kind of changed in you that
What
made you
changed
start?
everything
Yeah.
was this, bro. I blew so much money that it got to a point that I really didn't give a fuck if I blew money because it's
Yeah.
like you don't have no more feelings, you know?
Hmm.
But then at the end of the day, I sat down and I'm like thinking, okay, I have so many courses. I already saw all these people's courses, but who do I like the most? Like whose strategies, trading style, personality I like the most.
Yeah.
And then that's where it came down to like Danny, you know?
Hmm.
I like his way of trading, his psychology, this and that. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna focus on him. But that's like after like that's like 7 months in my career.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna focus on Danny. So then he dropped his new course, the new bundle. Bro, I saw that shit the same day it dropped. I finished it
No
like
way.
14 hours there, just sitting down watching it.
That's
And
legendary.
then yeah, and then I'll just go back and forth, seeing his old one, the new ones, this, that, and the other. And then after like 3 months, I'll just watching his stuff, and then he was going live as well
Hmm.
every single night for free. So that also, I think that's where my career like of trading improved so much. See him trade every single night, like his
Yep.
psychology, his entries, and then that's when like little by little started like skyrocketing. You know,
Hmm.
like I got more consistent. I wasn't blowing accounts like once a week now. It was taking like 2, 3 months to
Yeah.
blow my account. You know,
Yeah.
and then little by little, then I'm like, okay, fuck it. By that time, thing was FTMO, like funding companies. So I got my first 50K account and then I passed it, like the first one.
Nice.
Like, yo, let's go. And then yeah, I was going in that hype, that momentum, and I made $17,000 my first month. But guess what?
What?
I'm like, oh, I want to make 20. But
Yeah.
I ended up blowing those $17,000. I didn't get no payouts.
No, of that any of
That
it?
was bad. I then after I'm like, okay, you know what? Next month I made like $3,000 and just secured a bag. I'm like, I'm not trading anymore. I'm gonna make sure I get my money.
Yeah, just to feel
And
it.
then it was at that moment that I saw that like I made the money and then it went to my bank account. And I'm like, okay, you know, it's like hidden, you know, like it's real. And then if I did it once, I could just do it again. You just gotta be like disciplined, you know?
Hmm.
Bro, little by little, you just
Chip
stay
away.
there consistently.
Yeah. No, most definitely. And one thing you said that is really great is that you just, were there watching Daniel Savage every single night on live stream just for free, watching his entries and all that type of stuff. And one thing I think is really cool is how like everyone does have a different type of trading style. And there's so many times that like you'll be looking at GJ and there'll be a certain type of thing happening with it that you're like, oh, that's a Daniel Savage entry. Or there'll be a certain thing happening, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a Dr. Dollar entry. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things about different traders that you can go and learn, which comes from going to their live streams and watching them night to night. So once again, that's just great advice for people out there is that just go get courses and
Yeah,
watch those
a lot.
people. Yeah.
Because you know, like, yeah, you see videos, but that's what happened in the past, you know?
Hmm.
So yeah, you know, like you already saw what happened. So it's like, okay, you get it a little bit, but it's not the same as when you're trading live. And then you're like, okay, what do I do now? You know, like
Yeah.
I see a breakup, but you're scared to go in, you know?
Hmm.
So it's like you see that happen every single night. The same thing happens. It happens. It happens. It happens. And after you see it 10 times, you're gonna be confident.
Yeah.
And then the 11th time you're gonna execute.
Yeah. 100%.
And then that's how it went. I saw him taking the same entries, like 5 minutes pullbacks on a Fibonacci, 15-minute SMA in confluence, you know, a
Hmm.
30-minute pivots. Boom. Saw the same entries he was taking. Then after a while, I'm like, okay, I know the setup, I see it, I execute.
Yep. Which is great. And that's what kind of like clicked for you. Was that, because like you said, you were blowing accounts, all that type of stuff, and all of a sudden you were watching Savage getting his bundle, doing all that type of stuff. Like, what do you think really clicked for you? Was it just the consistency of seeing his different entries, or what do you really think was like your turning point?
Bro, I think at one point it's also the what's it called? The experience, like, okay, it's been a year, a year and a half, like
Yep.
in there, so it's like little by little, every day you learn something new.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's been like, yeah, a long time. And then I focused on him for the last 6, 7 months, same thing. So I improved it way more. I'm not like jumping around mentors like I started when I first started doing.
Yeah. 100%. That is great advice. I always say it does come with experience, just being in the markets every day.
Yeah.
Competitive. Yeah. No, most definitely. So I just have to ask, like, what clicked with you to go and meet up with Daniel? Like, how did you guys meet, and how did that relationship like come about?
So at that time, that's when Lambo Raul just got his warehouse, or his dad got the warehouse in Miami, and they did a meetup.
Mm-hmm.
So I came from Orlando. I'm like, oh, let me go meet them up, this and that. I think I got pictures, bro. I'll show you.
Yeah.
That
OG
was pretty
pictures of the
dope.
compound. Yeah. So this is before
Yeah.
you knew like Daniel or Lambo, Raul, or any
Like
of
I
those
only
guys.
knew it through Instagram. And then they did a meetup. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just drive down, and
Yeah. See what's
that
up.
that's when they had like all their cars parked outside.
Yep. There we go. Yeah, that's
And
dope.
wow, it's a little trap there.
Hey, there we go. A little dude, that's crazy. Parse and Daniel before.
That's 2020,
But yeah, yeah,
September 30,
time and
2020.
date. There we go. That's crazy. Before you guys were even
Yeah,
friends.
so I went there, and then I took a aguardiente bottle,
Mm-hmm.
like something traditional from Colombia. And then we were outside, and then we all took a shot, like we cheered, this and that. And then I don't know, bro. I just like me and Daniel would click. He gave me his phone number that night. And then he's like, yo, what's up? What you doing after? I'm like, yo, I came here for you guys. He's like, oh, slide to my apartment.
Yeah,
Let's have some drinks. And then we
sick.
just started talking there.
That's such a cool story. No, and he's such like a big figure, like so many people, even that I've had on this podcast, like shout him out because they learned from him and like just from like
Yeah.
social media and all that type of stuff. So it is pretty cool that you got to like go to meet up with them and then went with them after, and now you're kind of like up there with them. You know what I'm saying? Like Parce Savage, that's a name in the industry. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's crazy. How does that
He
feel?
saw the consistency and all that. Like he saw me,
Yeah.
I was always there on his Zoom, his boot camp, this and that. And then I knew his whole strategy, and then I'm making money using his own strategy.
Yep.
So one day he just calls me, he's like, bro, I see how you trade, I see your results, this, that, and the other one is like, you know what? If you have the heart and you want to teach people in Spanish, I think you should definitely do it.
Yep.
Because there's not that many people in the Spanish community.
Yep.
And then there's so many scammers just trying to scam you in the Hispanic community, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, if you have it, try. And then I'm like, you know what? Let's give it a try.
Yep.
And it was pretty dope though, because I got people and they started like learning from me, making money, and then that felt great and motivated me to keep going.
Mm-hmm. No,
And
that
then we're here.
yeah, and you're here killing it, dude. And honestly, you are like one of the, if not the biggest, like Forex traders in the Spanish community, and you're running it, and
Yeah.
you've helped so many people. And that is a big problem that a lot of us run into is people who do speak a different language trying to learn. So you do have that gateway of getting to teach people in Spanish, which is super great, and you do a great job by it. So, like, what does it feel like to be this young, just running it, like young and successful? Like, how does it feel, bro? Is this kind of surreal?
At first, it was like, damn, like a dream, like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, like you're only 22. What at what age did you get your McLaren? You know what I'm saying?
21.
Yeah, I got a McLaren at 21. You're living in a cool apartment now, absolutely killing it, bro. And a lot of people want
Yeah.
to be, in your position and stuff. So I do want to kind of get into some motivation and like advice you could give to like young people out there just grinding, trying to get to like a position you're in. Like, what do you have to say?
Bro, like I think the bigger mistake, like it's crazy as this though, because the people who brought me to Forex, like my two friends, they don't do Forex anymore. Like they
Mhm.
quit.
Yep.
Imagine if I would have quit. I never would have been here.
Hmm.
So I think that's people's bigger mistake. Yeah, you're gonna lose a lot of money, bro. I think that's normal.
Hmm.
Well, bro, you join an industry where there's so much fucking money. Like, there's so much money. So,
It's
like,
crazy.
the risk reward is there. Eventually, you're gonna do it, bro.
Hmm.
Eventually, you're gonna do it. Like, I know this guy. Let me see if I find his name.
Just got to be consistent. Like literally, just be
Yeah.
consistent, bro, and not quit. You can't. You won't lose if you don't quit. That's
Oh,
just
yeah, like,
facts.
Jeffrey. You know,
Yeah.
you know him.
No, Jeffrey who?
Jeffrey is he's with like Lambo Raul and Daniel. Hold up, let me see if it focus.
Oh,
No.
maybe. I don't know, but what about him? Is he one of your old training
So
homies?
yeah, he's been training for a long time, and I saw him like we started almost at the same time, bro. He never gave up, and right now he's making stupid money
That's
after
great.
like 4 years later.
Yeah.
Great, and like he didn't give up.
Hmm.
Like people's biggest mistake is giving up.
Yeah, most definitely. People don't look at it like a business. They kind of just treat it
Yeah,
like a gambling kind of side hobby, and then they
exactly.
get burnt out.
Yeah, it took like a business since the first start. I'm like, hey, this is a career.
Hmm.
And then it's not as bad like going to university, getting in debt 100, 200, $300,000 to just go work at a job that you're gonna make what 20, $30 an hour.
Yeah.
Like
No, most
here's no
definitely.
limit.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, the industry, there really is no limits in like the money you can make and the connections you can make. And like you said, the risk reward is there of just kind of going through the hardships in your journey to like look at the longevity of how much money you can make in the long run. The risk reward is there. It really is. So,
Yeah.
what was like your journey like? Like, was it really quick? Because like you kind of just talked about it, but like, what age did you start? I think you said
I started
19,
at 19,
and by
took me
21,
about
already the McLaren.
yeah.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
took me from I started 19 and then a whole like year and like 2 months learning.
And then just started
And
running it.
then yeah, like at the like 8, 9 months, I started seeing some profits, but not consistently. Like I'll flip $100 account to $1,000, take out like 500,
Hmm.
then blow it, then flip it again, back and forth.
Yeah,
After like a year and a half, it was like straight consistent. Like I can maintain my accounts, I'm blowing them more, I'm getting like payouts, withdrawals, this, that, and the other ones, and just started growing my accounts instead.
that's awesome. So you kind of briefly said how you were working before. You were working and then blowing money, all that type of stuff. A lot, like a big thing that happens in this industry, especially with like prop firms nowadays, is people go and get their first payout and they think they're good. They'll go get a payout
Yeah,
and
they
they think
quit their
they
job,
quit
they're
their
like, I'm
jobs. They're all
set.
good. What advice do you have people out there that are like have that kind of mindset?
Bro, like, okay, honestly, if you get a good enough like payout, let's say $20,000, right?
Hmm.
And you're making 25, $30,000 a year, I think it's fine if you quit.
Yeah,
Because you could pay your bills for the next 6, 8 months and you're gonna be good. And then you're gonna be focused on Forex. And there's a big chance probably you'll get like at least one more payout, which will make some money back, this and that. And then maybe that time. So wait, before I say this, what improved so much in my career was COVID because I actually got kicked out of my job.
mm,
So what happened? I was home all day and I focused 24/7 on the charts.
yeah.
I was an addict. Imagine, bro. I used to be skinny. I used to weigh like 130 pounds.
Hmm.
After COVID, I came out of my house with at 200 pounds.
Just being inside.
Bro, I
Yeah,
gained like 60, 70 pounds.
crazy.
But those like 6, 7, 8 months of COVID that I was home, that's when I like started skyrocketing, seeing consistency is everything because I was able to focus.
Yep, it's so
So
hard.
I'm saying like, so if you get a good payout and then you're making about the same as your yearly, then yeah, it's fine for you to quit your job and focus on this. Because probably those 6, 7, 8 months, you're gonna grow a lot.
Yeah.
You're gonna dedicate yourself and then you're gonna find yourself a way to make money in Forex to like pay your bills.
Hmm.
Like the hunger.
Yeah, which is yeah, and that's honestly smart advice. I definitely think you definitely need a plan, and just there is like going to be a thing, a time where I don't know, people get like smaller payouts and then they like save it up, but then they're like spend it on more challenges trying to pass them. So like once again, I
Yeah.
just want to say find consistency. I always want to bring that up because a lot of people out there just need to hear that because they spend so much money on prop firms and all that type of stuff. But did you start the prop firm route, or did you mostly have your own capital that kind of like elevated
No,
you?
I did proud for him. Like that was the fastest way I was able to
Hmm.
like make money. you know, because I obviously I didn't have the capital, but I was making, like I said, like 20, $30,000 a year as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was
Yeah.
getting paid $8 an hour plus tip,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's not much either. You know.
Yeah, that's why prop firms are so
Well, the
good.
good thing is just my bills a month were like $600, so it really didn't matter. So when I got my payouts and then COVID hit, like I had enough money to pay my bills and then focus on trading. And
Yeah.
then we were getting the check from the government like 1,200 a week, or no,
Uh,
like 600 a week, some shit like that.
yeah.
So that also kept me like more calm and just focus on trading.
Mm-hmm. Which is great, but like you kind of said, guys, is like COVID made them focus, and I think that's one thing that people are failing at is being able to focus for a long period of time. You can't just spend a weekend back testing and think you're gonna be profitable. It takes those months of just locking in, locking down, and really focusing. So take that advice, guys. Make sure that it doesn't take COVID to do it. Just make that time to go and really dedicate yourself to learn a new skill and stuff. So is that kind of like what you did? Is that you like took that whole time to like watch the courses, do like back testing, all that type of stuff, and yeah, so that's basically like you said, how you elevate.
Yeah, then little by little, you're gonna find your mistakes. Like another big mistake I was doing is trading too much.
Hmm.
Or like after I had a like let's say $1,000 win, I want to take a second trade, try to make more, and then I'll lose that, and then I'll take a third trade trying to make that back, and then I lose, and then I'm now negative, you know.
Hmm.
So then I'm like, I made like rules, you know, because I know what was my problems. You gotta identify that. And then my one of my biggest problems was I was trading a lot. So I'm like, okay, if I take one trade and I win my first trade, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'll be back the next day. If I lost my first trade, then I'll give it a second chance. And if I lose the second one, then I'm out.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna continue. Even though I could see the perfect setup on the third trade, I'm not gonna get in.
Hmm.
You know, and then I started building that habit. One trade a day. This, that, and the other one. Bro, and it's great.
Yeah, it
Like
is
I'll
great.
show you something. Like this whole week I only took what? 4 trades. Let it load.
Pulling it up, less is more.
Yeah, and then that was like $14,000, only 4 trades. Just trying to get 20 pips. That's it.
20 pips a day, 4 trades this week,
Yeah.
$14,000.
And then I'm doing a YouTube series, like passing a 500K challenge with nations.
Oh, nice.
Bro, I took one trade this week. Oh, I made $24,000 on it.
Let's
That
go.
was a monster trade, bro. 15
Hey,
lots,
is that
24,000
is that
on a
GJ?
500K account.
Bro,
Bro, I just
that's
made
skill, guys.
24.
Shout out nations, 500K account. That's
Yeah, it's pretty
crazy.
insane. So I'm doing a series and then showing people like my setups, why I'm gonna get in, why am I holding it, moving my stop losses and profit. So you know, like, cause you could do it, and then eventually I'm gonna get that account funded,
Hmm.
get a payout, then probably do a giveaway, do something with the people.
Are you gonna do different videos each trade, or just once you pass it then do the video and have like little
No,
clips
no,
throughout the process?
I'm gonna do like so most likely on Saturday I'll post like the first episode,
Okay, cool. The first trade.
and then they'll see, and then next week, next Saturday, I'll put episode 2 of the whole week. You know
Mm-hmm.
how everything is going.
Oh,
So I'll kind of show you like before I get in the trade, and when I'm in the trade, what I'm looking at, and
yeah.
then after the trade. You know,
That's a great
because
idea. Yeah.
go through those emotions. You know, like see what you're seeing. Why am I still holding this trade? You know.
Yep.
I was up 88. I was up with like 80 pips. Why did I keep holding it? And then
Mm-hmm.
I closed at 200 pips, you know? So I saw the trend was coming down. It was making you load. And then I kept moving my stop losses. So
Mm-hmm. No reason to get out.
help people out. Yeah, there's no reasons.
Yeah. No, that's great. And that's great advice. And it's gonna be a great series, guys. So definitely make sure to tune into that. I'm obviously gonna leave all Parse's links in the description, his Instagram, his YouTube. You definitely have to go check it out, especially if you're in the Spanish community. Literally, once again, they go to the Spanish community, put it on for everyone out there. I'm excited to see that series, especially doing the 500K account. It's gonna be really cool. Yeah. So shout out to you. So going like back a little bit, I wanted to ask, like, if you had to start over, what would you do?
Like in Forex or
Yeah, like if you had to start over back from where you kind of were, obviously you made that connection and stuff and
yeah.
had to be dedicated, but like for people out there that are kind of in that position just starting out, kind of what advice would you have if you were in their position?
Well, First of all, just finding that like one mentor, not like hopping around, you
Hmm.
know, like okay, make your research. We all have YouTube channels. Like every mentor will have a YouTube channel and they'll
Hmm.
have their little strategy, let's say, you know. So just go check them out. It's free, you
Hmm.
know, and then see who you like the most, their personality, their way of talking, their way of trading, and then just get their course, their mentorship, whatever it is. At least focus on that person for at least 3 months.
Yeah.
At least 3 months, you know? If you don't see results in 3 months or like no improvement, then I'm like, okay, it's time to find someone new.
Hmm.
But at least focus on them for 3 months. I think that's like the ideal time.
Yeah, bare minimum.
So do that. Something else I will do is I really never believe in demo accounts
Hmm.
because you really don't like there's no feeling
Hmm.
on it, you know? Like, hey, you'll take a train, just go to sleep, wake up and profit, you close, oh look, just made $20,000.
Yeah.
And you keep doing that, you're never gonna blow a demo. Like, it's pretty hard, you
Yeah.
know?
No,
And then
exactly.
there's no emotions into it, you know, like at least get yourself $100 account, you know, a $50 account. Even though, bro, those 0.01s, like you feel emotions on it, you
Yeah,
know?
on
You
those
but you're
small
losing a
accounts.
dollar, but you still have emotion in that $1.
Yeah. And
You
that,
know, so
yeah.
I never had a demo account, so I think that's what also improved my learning a lot because I was able to control my emotions and like learn from them.
Hmm.
I was always losing my own capital, you know. So it's like, bro, it gets to a point that you lose so much money that you get tired. You're like, oh, fuck this shit, you know, like let's do it again.
Yeah,
Just keep
exactly.
doing it. So it's like, yeah, bro, just deposit the minimum and then start doing that. And when you see consistency in like at least $100 account that you can like flip it, maintain it, then go for funding companies.
Hmm.
Because I see a lot of people, bro, they blow an account, a challenge today, they'll buy one tomorrow. They'll, bro, I know people who buy 20 accounts a month. Bro,
It's
you're just
crazy.
donating your money. Like
It's
you're getting a
gambling.
demo account and just giving your money away.
Yeah.
Just put $100. Yeah, it might take you a week to blow it, and then the second time it might take you 2 weeks, but eventually you're gonna see consistently.
Yeah. No, that's great advice. The emotion is a big thing, and like having that emotions behind your trades is like absolute killer in this game. Is people can't, hold on to their emotions and, you know, have that same emotions when they win and when they lose. It's like when they win, they're so happy, but when they lose, they're so sad and want to quit trading. And it's like that's how you
Yeah,
lose, and that's how you get so burnt out. Basically, burnt out is like what you're saying is you get burnt out of just losing and putting all this money into these accounts. So, like you said, guys, put money into smaller accounts if you don't have a lot of capital to risk those point oh ones. Just find that emotion. And one thing that's really great is about his 500K series is going over the analysis beforehand because people can backtest and go, oh, I see that setup that happened, but you have to see it in real time and in real action of actually going to enter to actually go and execute. So it has to go obviously down to your strategy. And I kind of wanted to go and kind of transfer into your strategy. If you had it in like short words, talk about your strategy and what you look for in trading, what would you say?
bro, I'm pretty like I think it's my strategy is stupid simple, bro. Like, is there's like there's a like low key no strategy behind it, bro. It's like I gotta have my SMAs. You know, I use the 8 and the 50.
Hmm.
So if I'm gonna take a buy, they gotta be my favorite. Like that's one thing I look. Then I'll just take a breakout, you know, just wait for that 30-minute candle. Only 30-minute candle, break above resistance, and then look to the left. Oh, do I have a range for at least 30 pips, you know? 30, 40 pips. I do have it, okay. Boom, I can take the buy.
Hmm.
Pretty much that, bro. Like, or maybe when I have a fib, you know, I made a new low and I was retracing. I always get on the 764. Like I
Hmm.
don't do the golden zone, I do the 764. And then, bro, that's for me, it's like those sniper entries.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll put my stop loss above the one, but I always have my estimation confluence, always have that 30-minute in my favor, like always wait for that candle to close.
No, that's great. And it just goes back to like how it's stupid simple and why people out here try and replicate your strategy but lose is the emotions. You know what I'm saying? Is the
Yeah, the
emotions and all that
emotions.
type of stuff.
Or they're
Um,
not patience, you know? Like another
yeah,
thing
no
that's something
patience.
super important is just like your trading hours, you know?
Yeah.
People trying to find a setup at 3 p.m. Bro, come on, you know, like, hey, can't do that.
That's what I'm
No, like
saying.
And then I always focus, like right now I'm trading from 9 to 11 a.m. So in those 3 hours, if I don't find no setups, I'm done for the day. Like those are my trading hours, that's when I work.
Yeah.
So from 9 to 11, I'm working. If I don't see anything, then I just leave, come back the next day.
Guys, so it really just comes back to consistency. You see how he showed that GJ on his like account going over 4 trades just this week, going for 20 pips. It's just that consistency of having that strategy every day, looking for the same thing, and it works out. Once again, find a strategy, and would you say to like just keep the same strategy and always kind of look for the same things consistently?
Yeah. And then another thing is like I look for 20 pips. I get my 20 pips and I close.
Yeah, and you're out.
It can fly 100 pips more. Like if
Greed.
it's a demo
Yeah,
account, like a challenge, then I'm a little more aggressive and then I'll hold more, try to pass it quicker.
yeah.
But like on my account, on my real account, bro, 20 pips, close, 20 pips, close, 20 pips, close. That's it. I don't even care if it flies 40, 100 pips later.
No,
I'm never
100%.
chasing that. I'm gonna focus on 20 pips every single day. And then consistency, just do that, bro. Like when you focus and then you learn just to do that, you wake up, you get your 20 pips, and you're done for the day.
Yeah,
That's all you do. That's all you gotta do.
and it's
Like I know
yeah.
people that they're up 40 pips, they don't want to close because they're trying to get 100 pips.
Mm-hmm.
How many times can you get 100 pips a week? It's like probably just gonna have that one trade a week, or sometimes there's weeks that you can't even do that.
Yeah.
So I know everybody could get 20 pips a day.
Mm-hmm.
The market will give you 20 pips a day, no matter what.
Yeah.
So
It,
just focus on it.
Yeah, look at the ADR, the average daily range, guys. Of all the pairs you look at, there's so much pip movement in a single day. If you can't get 20 pips out of it, figure it out. Once again, just sit down for months, figure out how to catch that 20 pips, guys. Like he showed you, it was $14,000 profits in just 4 trades. A lot of you guys enter 20 to 30 trades a week. That's what? That's however many trades a month, and you guys wonder why you're not successful. Like it's just it doesn't add up, and that's why I kind of have these podcasts. I do the live streams. I do YouTube is to kind of try and remind people and shorten their learning curve because it does take people. I mean, everyone has their own journey and their own length, but it does take people their own kind of length of time to kind of figure it out. So I just wanted to ask, like, you not only a great trader, but you're just really good business wise. Like you're really, like a really good entrepreneurial like mindset and how you do business. Like even like your media and everything. Did you have like an entrepreneurial mindset from like a younger age?
Yeah, definitely. And then like right now I'm building different businesses. Like
Hmm.
I look to my left and I just bought an apartment like right there. It's under construction.
Oh,
You know,
really?
yeah, I bought an apartment and it'll be built like in 2025.
No way.
Bro, I'm already up in capital as fuck. Yeah, I'm already up like 100,000 plus. And it's
Yeah.
not even imagine.
No way.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Wait, just from that apartment, you're already up like 500K just from the people like
Yeah,
buying
because 'cause
rooms.
I bought it like before they built it.
Yeah.
Like there's no construction, like so they're trying to collect money, so you buy a cheaper price.
Hmm.
And then bro, I bought it for like 400 and something, and right now they're selling it for like 600.
Yeah.
And it's
Sweet.
not even built. It's not even built.
Too
So
easy,
when they
bro.
build it, it's gonna go for like 700 or 800
Yeah.
thousand dollars. So I'm gonna be up. And then I'm building a restaurant right now too, like 5 minutes away from where I live, about from steaks.
No way.
It should be ready like next month.
What kind of food?
Argentinian steak.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, cool. Yeah, just other businesses, guys. Once again, you make the money in Forex to go and try and fund other businesses and
Invested.
make that residual money. Like did
Yeah.
you do that early? Like with money, did you put some away and try and put it in other places, or did you kind of
Well, at first,
trader
in
lifestyle
like
first?
the whole like last year, yeah, I just like focus on me.
Yeah.
And what made me like motivate myself even more, so I focus like on getting my car, like getting jewelry, this, that, and the other one, like living life, because I'm young too, and then
Hmm.
I haven't experienced that yet. So like the whole last year was just on myself.
Yeah.
I was like going out, this, eating this, buying this, that, and the other one, just blowing money.
Having fun. I saw you got some
Just having fun. But
where
this
where's
whole year
your
is focused on investment. I'm just about to buy another house in Orlando. You know,
where's your baguettes? I saw you bought a baguette
oh
bracelet
yeah, I
today. You
just
gotta
bought it
pull it
right
out.
here.
Yes,
Home
sir.
today.
Show it real quick. Yeah, I saw that shit on your story. I was like, bro, that's what something I want one day. I want the tennis necklace with the baguette bracelet,
Yeah.
bro. Motivation, bro. At the end of the day, we're the same age, and it's just motivation to keep working hard. And I really like that you are investing in other things and investing in other businesses, and it's just like I said, motivating. I do want to start getting into other business ventures like that with my trading. So that's the ultimate
Yeah,
goal.
because
Yeah.
it's all about making the passive income eventually, you know. So like when I have my apartment or Airbnb it or rent it out, it's
Hmm.
gonna make me at least $2,000-3,000 a month
Yeah.
without doing anything. Then I'm gonna have the restaurant who probably will make me 5-10K a month
Hmm.
without doing anything.
Yeah.
Then when I buy my house in Orlando, when I rent it out, it's gonna make me at least another like $1,000-2,000 a month. So eventually it's gonna add up, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm just sleeping and making 10, 15, $20,000 a month without doing anything
Hmm.
right now, you know, and then get more money, invest in different things, and then the goal is to make 100, $200,000 without trading, without doing anything, just passive.
Yeah. Just each month,
And
120.
then
Yeah, 100 to
when you
200.
make that, you made it, bro. Like there's no way going down from that.
Yeah, exactly, guys. Once you really get that residual income, I know you guys think that you're finding consistency in the market and you're the best trader making bands, but it really does take for you to get that residual income where you're making that while you're sleeping, while you're not doing anything. That's when you really do make it. So put the money that you make into things that are gonna make you more money. Did you
Yeah,
really?
with
Yeah,
inflations, everything's gonna go up in price, and then you're gonna make more income on the side. You know, like
yeah,
you buy a house right now for 500K, and the next 10, 20 years, it's gonna be like 700K or a million.
hmm,
And then you just made an extra 200K, 300K without doing anything.
yeah.
Plus what it brings you every single month.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Free game, guys. Just listen up. Hearing it from the boss. But like, what do you love about trading? I just want to ask, like, what do you like about it? Like, what makes you still want to trade when you have all these ventures and you're still making money? And like, do you want to
Bro,
trade forever?
it's fun. It's just
Yeah.
I like it. You know, I think you gotta find the passion. You know, like at first, I think it's normal. Like we all come for the money.
Hmm.
Like I started trading because I saw you can make money. You know,
Hmm.
but then eventually it became like part of your life of your day to day. That's something you like. You know, it's like waking up. You know, let me look at the charts, find a setup, feel that emotion. You know, like oh you're
Hmm.
driving. Oh, I'm making money. Hell yeah. It's just, it's dope. It feels great. It's like
Yeah.
if you love it, bro. Like that's your passion, you know?
Yeah. 100%. What about? I'm gonna give you like a scenario. What if someone out there only has $1,000, $2,000 to invest? What would you go and do? And let's say if even if it's trading, would you do like mentorship? Would you put it into an account, prop firm? Like what would be the steps to invest that like low capital?
Bro, mentorship. Like there's no point of you putting money in an account because you're gonna blow it, bro. Like
Yeah.
I can promise you, 95% of the people, like 99% of the people will blow their account.
Hmm.
So what's the point? You're just donating your money to the markets, you
Yeah.
know? Just invest that in yourself, invest that in like education, bro. Like,
Yeah.
give you the heads up, then you just going and trying to figure it out everything by yourself. It's gonna take you longer, you know?
Hmm.
Like if someone comes to me without knowing anything, I just teach them a strategy. Now they already know something that they're looking for the markets. But if you just started out, you put money, like you have no idea. You're gonna see a candle going up and you're gonna buy.
Yeah.
And then the next candle will just drop 100 pips.
Yeah.
But then if I teach you like, oh look, just wait for the setup, and then you just start out, you're just gonna be patient, you just wait for it, and then eventually you're gonna get it.
Hmm. This might be a hard question, but why is it that two people can have the same strategy, or like let's say can enter the same trade in the same pair, but one might lose that trade and one might win that trade? I do
Wait,
think
what?
it
Repeat
like
that
if
again.
two, like once again people will have like the same strategy and can be look at the same
Okay.
pairs but just not finding the same trades or even enter the same trade but some like one might close early, one might have like that bad like
Well, the timing, like, like the time of trading,
mhm,
that that matters a lot. The entry, like some people will wait for the candle to close and then break the high, but some people will just enter when the candle just opens,
yeah,
and not wait for the high to be broken.
yeah,
So it's
or the
like
close.
how I see is that if the candle will break the high, there's most likely it's gonna go up. Like there's a bigger chance.
Mhm,
So I rather wait those to go up those extra 3, 4 pips to break the high for me to get in than just get in right away.
yeah,
So like those small details, it matters a lot.
mhm, seriously, It's price action and just waiting for that candle close or the break of the high, and just sticking
Yeah.
to it. Yeah, sticking to a strategy like you said. But did you journal trades on your come up, and do you still journal your trades?
To be honest, not really.
Mm-hmm.
It's just coming every day at the same time, doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I did have the time, but there was no point. I wasn't gonna go back at it and look at it. What I did was I did like a little PowerPoint of all my setups and then printed that out and just have it like right next to me. And then like, oh, I see a setup, I look to the left, is just how I have it like drawn
Mm-hmm.
and then just execute,
Yeah. No, that's great. It's great advice. Like I said, I really like the consistency of it because I'm a big like having a strategy and trying to do the same thing every day. So I like that you're on here kind of preaching that is that like, you might not
Yeah.
have the same strategy of like the A plus B and C have to line up, but you have the consistency of like a certain time, some pairs, and going for a certain amount of pips. Like at the end of the day, guys, it's simple and it works out. So really great advice. Going a little forward into like the future of Parce Savage, like where do you see yourself in the next couple of years? Like what do you have kind of planned?
Damn, bro, I'm a person that go like day by day, like
Go with
you
the
don't know what
flow.
the fuck is gonna happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like we've been trying to do this podcast for I don't know the last 2 months, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, we'll do it tomorrow,
Yeah, we'll do
and
it
then
tomorrow,
some shit
exactly.
happens. So it's like, like yeah, you have plans, you have goals, but you gotta go day by day because every day is different.
Mm,
Like you might wake up tomorrow, oh look, we can't build your apartment anymore.
yeah. You just never
Or
know.
like they didn't give me the what's it called for the restaurant, like the paperwork to open, like
Hmm.
you don't know that. So
Yeah.
every day just go by it and every day's a different day.
Live day by day. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I don't want to just ask like, oh, what do you think about psychology? Because it's obviously just like a cliche question to ask in trading. But for people out there that are struggling with psychology, do you have any tips that you could maybe say about like example, like getting away from maybe friends, like people that in your life that aren't doing well? Like what are some maybe tips that you maybe have done or that people should do if they're kind of finding or struggling or, you
Well, it
know?
depends though, because it's like, are you fucking weak or not? Like, like I could have 1,000 people be like, oh, trading is a fraud, it's a scam. And I had
Yeah.
it, when I started out like friends, families, they were like, oh, don't invest your money there, you're gonna lose it.
Yeah.
But then like, are you weak in your mind or are you strong in your mind? I'm like, I like this, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna try it. So I never like let them get in my life.
Yeah.
So that's up to the person. Like you're gonna let whatever, are you gonna hear like what everybody says? Like they haven't even done it.
Yeah.
Like people be like, oh, Forex is a scam. You gotta ask them, have you tried Forex? Have you done it? They're like, no. Then why you say it's a scam? Oh no, because this other guy told me it was a scam.
I
Come
hate that
on.
stuff.
Like come on.
Yeah.
You gotta live it. Like you gotta do it.
Yeah.
And if you do it and you fail, then that's different. But then you can't do things like what the flick you can't just follow other people what they say.
Yeah. And I completely agree. People aren't looking out for you. And I love those quotes you see on Instagram and stuff of like, you'll never see someone doing better than you, like hate on you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's really true. I've never had someone and I've been so fortunate to make so many like really solid connections like you, Dollar, like Daniel, all those type of people. And at the end of the day, it's all genuine and they just want to see you do better, guys. So that's like what I really like being around like people like this is that they honestly, once again, only have advice and good things to say to like help you try to get like them. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all you do for like your the community, the Forex industry. I know so many people like look up to you and like all that type of stuff. So it really is great. Just because you brought him up a second, like, how did you and Dollar kind of meet, or was it through Daniel? Kind of like the Savage,
Um,
how
I
did
was
Savage Gang kind of start? Because he was just Daniel Savage, but now it's like Parce Savage. Like I don't know.
bro, thanks on that.
Really? Yeah,
And it's
just
like, yeah, because I'm working with him this and that. So I'm like, we just put the Savage
yeah,
after, it's just like we work together, we're like a little team.
yeah, it worked out.
But yeah, how I met Dollar, it's like a long time ago. I think he came to Daniel's house or something. They were
Really?
gonna smoke weed or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Like he
funny.
pulled up, and then the next day I texted him because I needed help like to set up my YouTube
Hmm.
because he was like live streaming and then he had like all these things. I'm like, oh, that's pretty dope. Like can you help me out?
Yeah,
So we went to BJ's, and then there we started like talking and this. We ended up at the casino, and then we clicked.
the
Like
usual fun stuff. Yeah,
friends. Yeah.
Yeah, and still friends. And still, yeah, both of you guys are great guys. I was just curious how you guys met and stuff. That's great. So we're gonna wrap it up in a second, but I just want to just kind of finish it up by just we've talked about so many good tips. You've given out so many gems to people out there, but just what advice do you give to just struggling traders at the beginning of their journey or even on their journey that just are not finding consistency or they're thinking about giving up?
Well, they gotta like figure out their mistakes, like
Mm-hmm.
you definitely gotta be doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Like first of all, how many trades are you taking? Like what time are you trading? Are you trading Asian, London, New York? Like if you
Mm-hmm.
do all three, bro, you're fucking up.
Yeah.
Focus on one.
Mm-hmm.
And are you hopping around from mentor to mentor? Yes, no, like they'll see your live stream, then they're gonna see Dollar's live stream, and then they're gonna take your trades, then Dollar's trade, then this other guy's trades. Like you gotta focus on one person, like one trade or one signal provider. Like I know people, and I've been there, bro. They buy 5 different people's signals, and then they want to just connect everything, just end up blowing their accounts. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're dependent too much on other people. Like you gotta let yourself experience that. Like give yourself a try.
Mm-hmm.
Improve yourself. Like yeah, it's great to like follow us. Because we're doing great, but what happened if we quit one day or we die or like something happens? Like your fault.
Yeah.
Like I
Seriously.
have people that were like living off my signals.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not doing signals right now. So what happened to their life? They didn't learn how to trade,
Yeah.
They're just following you. Like,
Just giving up.
so you just gotta like focus on yourself, bro. Like find that strategy, find that mentor and just like learn.
And do
You
yeah,
gotta be yourself
find
and like not
yeah.
depend on nobody.
Yeah, and don't depend on anyone. No, that's such great advice. Stick with someone. Don't jump around from person to person. That was a similar thing that Dollar said was, he would be on like Daniel Savage's live streams, take the trade with him, be a winner, but then right when that live stream ends, you go off and then your psychology isn't there. You're, scalping on the 1 minute time frame, doing all that type of
Yeah.
stuff and blowing your account. So that is great advice. The final kind of questions I want to ask is give me a story. Here, like, we gotta put your dog in it, shout him out for the pod. Let's
Hey,
go.
bro.
Hey,
Come
and Danilo, what's up? And we got Danilo in the building. What up, man?
on.
Yeah,
Hey,
I always see your dog on your story. Such a pretty dog. I love hearing him. What's up, bro? Welcome to the No Limit Podcast. I love that, bro. That's so great. Such a cute dog. All right, just a
Thank
couple of
you.
last questions. I wanted to ask some stories about maybe what is like your biggest trading loss, or what's like a big loss that you took or a stupid mistake you can like
Big
give us a story
loss.
about.
I think probably like 20, $30,000 when I
Was
was just being stupid. But yeah,
yeah,
I'm like, oh, that gotta go up. It's like it has to reverse, and then it just kept dropping. I'm like, okay, I just gotta close. Like, come on,
yeah. I know
you
that
gotta
just
be
happens.
realistic. That shit's gonna keep coming down.
It's
Like
not.
I don't like selling. I just like buying.
Yeah,
So
like
it's
then
like,
yeah,
yeah, I just hold it. I'm like, it gotta go up, and it just
yeah.
kept dropping. Then
I was dropping. I was just
yeah.
buy GJ. Just buy it. It's fine. It'll come back up with a retrace.
No, but this whole week I took like 3 sales.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
I'm like, hey,
the
if we're
Bears.
having persistence, we gotta come down. Like we touch the support. So
Yeah, no, the Bears have been winning this week in May for sure. But no, that's great. What about a big win? What is like one of your biggest trading
my
days?
biggest win was I think it was like 70, $80,000 with Daniel. At like
Sheesh.
5 in the morning, kind of fucked up, low key. And bro, I'm gonna be honest, I was like really fucked up, and I got in a tray and I knocked out, like I fell asleep. I fell asleep. I think I threw like 100 lots.
No way.
Fell asleep. Woke up like 8 hours later. 60, 70, $80,000 in profit. I don't really remember, but yeah,
Must
like
be
that,
nice.
like that. Like
Jeez, must be
probably I could have
nice.
had like a blown account, but hey, it went the other way.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's a great story, actually.
She was insane.
No, that's crazy, bro. We can finish up there, bro. I appreciate you for your time. Parce Savage, everyone. Thank you so much for coming on. Please leave a comment. Thank you, Parce, for coming on, guys. We've been asking for the last couple months. You guys have asked for him to show up, and he is finally here doing it for us, dude. I appreciate you so much for coming on, and that's gonna wrap it up for the last episode, or not the last, but new episodes every 2 weeks, guys. I'm gonna leave Parse's links in the description. Parse, any last words for the people?
Nah, bro, just keep going. Don't quit.
Yes, sir. But thank you for coming on, bro. No Limit Podcast, blessed with Parce Savage. Until next time, guys. See you guys in 2 more weeks. Love you all. Peace out.
Dale, bro. Thank you, Lucas.
The truth.